Luke Harlan's hand steadied on the rifle stock, his breath fogging the crisp Wyoming air. 3 roughnecks had pinned the woman against a jagged boulder in the shadow of the Bighorn Mountains, her blood staining the fresh snow. She clutched a jagged hunting knife, her long auburn hair matted with sweat and dirt, her leather jacket ripped at the seam, exposing a glimpse of vulnerability amid the chaos. Luke had sworn off trouble after Gettysburg's 6 years of ghosts and regrets, but something about her unyielding stance, refusing to beg or break, pulled at him like a forgotten oath. "Walk away," he muttered to himself. But as one of the men raised his fist, laughing that guttural, mocking sound, Luke knew he couldn't. What happens next might change everything. He squeezed the trigger. The shot echoed through the pines, dropping the leader mid-laugh, a clean hit through the sternum, just like the drills back in the Union lines. The other 2 whirled, guns drawn, giving her the split second she needed. She lunged like a mountain cat, her knife slicing deep into the second man's arm before twisting into his side. He crumpled with a gurgle. The third, eyes wide with panic, bolted into the underbrush, leaving boot prints in the snow. Luke emerged from his cover, rifle lowered but ready, his bad knee protesting the cold. Up close, she was a force sharp features, piercing green eyes that sized him up like a predator assessing prey. Blood seeped from a gash on her ribs, but she stood tall. "You're bleeding out," he said, his voice gravelly from disuse. "I'll manage," she replied, her accent a mix of frontier grit and something softer, maybe Lakota roots blended with Irish lilt. Those men would return with reinforcements. Out here in the wilds, grudges festered like open wounds. She tried to straighten, winced, and nearly collapsed. Luke caught her elbow, instinctively her skin warm against the chill and felt a spark he hadn't known in years. "My ranch is nearby. Rest there. Why help?" Her question hung sharp in the air. Luke glanced at the bodies. Because some fights are worth picking. Her name was Elena Swiftwind, half Lakota, half Irish, daughter of a prospector who'd fallen for a medicine woman's kin and died for it in a mining dispute. Widow of a tribal scout who'd succumbed to fever rather than bullets. Luke learned this as he bandaged her wound by the hearth in his log cabin, her jacket shrugged off to reveal toned, sun-kissed skin scarred by the slash. It was ugly, but not fatal. She'd heal with a mark. Her breath caught as he tied the cloth tight. "Easy," she murmured, and he wasn't sure if it was for the injury or the tension crackling between them. "Safe here," he assured, though safety was a joke in these lawless hills. "Safe." She tested the word bitterly. Not since my clan turned me out for bad luck after my husband died childless." Her hand drifted to her abdomen, a subtle shield he didn't yet grasp. The fire popped, wind rattling the shutters. Luke shared his own scars. The farm in Pennsylvania lost to the war, the horrors of Gettysburg, where he'd gunned down a Confederate kid, barely 15, unarmed and hauling a fallen comrade. I froze, then fired. Haunted me ever since. Elena listened, then touched his calloused hand. "War twists us all. Doesn't make you a monster." That night, the survivor returned with 6 thugs, circling the cabin before dawn. Their shouts pierced the dark. "Hand over the half-breed, Harlan, or we'll burn you out." Luke grabbed his Winchester, Elena her blade. "How many?" she whispered. 7, give or take. Ammo was low 20 rounds total. "Root cellar out back." "No," she snapped. "We stand together." Her resolve ignited something fierce in him. When the first window shattered, Luke fired back, dropping one in the snow. Elena covered him, her shots precise from her father's lessons before the tribe executed him for crossing lines. They repelled 2 charges, bodies piling up, but bullets dwindled. The door burst in, 2 men rushed. Elena's knife found its mark in a brutal thrust, blood spraying. The other aimed at her. Luke tackled him, his knee buckling, but he choked the life out until the man went limp. Silence fell, heavy and absolute. They faced each other amid the debris, Elena's hair wild, her torn clothes hinting at curves that stirred forbidden heat. Adrenaline surged into desire. "We're alive," she said, crossing to him, hand on his pounding chest. "Because of you," he rasped. She kissed him first, fierce and unyielding. Clothes shed in haste, his shirt revealing war scars, hers unveiling the gentle swell of pregnancy. 3 months, she confessed mid-breath. "My husband's. Clan said it'd be cursed, cast me out to die." Rage boiled in Luke at the injustice abandoning a pregnant widow. It fueled their passion, careful yet urgent, her body arching under his touch, whispers of redemption in the firelight. Afterward, tangled in blankets, she asked, "Now what?" "Stay," he said. "Build something real. I can offer luxury, but you'll never fight alone." She smiled faintly. "I dreamed of a warrior like you before they exiled me." They talked till dawn, her nomadic childhood along gold rush trails, his pre-war dreams shattered. But the ghosts lingered. "Tell me about that boy," she pressed. Luke tensed. "Johnny Hayes, 15, dragging his brother to cover. I panicked, shot him in the back." The memory clawed. The kid's final gaze, a weak nod as if absolving him. "Maybe he did forgive," Elena said. "Tommy did too." Her words cracked his walls, tears mixing with hers in a healing embrace. 6 months on, amid a howling blizzard in the Teton shadow, Elena went into labor. No doctor for miles. Luke delivered their son himself, hands steady despite the storm. He wrapped the boy in Elena's simple wedding gown from their quiet ceremony weeks prior. "He's perfect," Luke whispered, placing him on her chest. "Call him Thomas Johnny Harlan," she said, "for your lost sister and that boy you honored." The ranch grew. Luke added rooms. Elena planted roots potatoes, herbs in soil her ancestors revered. Their boy thrived, evenings filled with tales of bravery, how love conquered betrayal and war shadows. The thug's kin never dared return. Whispers of Luke's fury protected their haven. In the golden sunset over the prairies, Luke held Elena close, their future as solid as the mountains. No more running home was here, forged in blood and bound by choice. What do you think of this tale? Did Luke deserve redemption after his wartime mistake? Was the clan's rejection of Elena justified by their superstitions? Share your stance in the comments below. Let's debate the tough choices and what you do in their boots. Your thoughts keep these stories alive.